Hi friends, it's Julia. Thanks for stopping by my channel today for Christmas in July day number 20. Here I am. I'm starting a new little mini kit today. I've gone through 2 mini kits already and I'm on my third. I had initially put together 6 kits and so I am rocking right through these, and this month has just flown by. Here I am. I've pulled out a pattern paper from the collection, and it's one of those little American Crafts, and it had 12 sheets of pattern paper. One of them had snow globes, and so I fussy cut those snow globes out. Those are laying up on the top right corner. The pattern paper that you see that's beside that, it looks like it's striped. It's actually from the introduction sheet that tells you what the collection is called. Anywho, so I just stuck it up there. I cut off the top and bottom portions of that paper and put it up to the top, just so if I feel the need to use it, it's there. So this kit, if you go back to my first video, and I will leave the link below, you'll see all the different embellishments that I had included into this kit. And there were quite a few. By most standards, that it wouldn't be a terrifically huge kit, but I mean, I did add quite a few embellishments in, and I have them sorted all around me, as well as the generic pieces that I added in to start with. When I built the generic portion of the kit, I pulled in tons of cardstock and old die cut pieces and different embellishments that I've had in my stash for a long time, and I just want to continue to keep plugging along and using them, like sequins. You know, I only ever use Christmas sequins at Christmas time, so that initial package that I bought is going to last for probably gonna outlast me. This is a border strip that I had added into my original mini kit, and it is silver and almost a cream color. The silver is metallic, and I had gone through and I had border punched that. It was in my stash. It was a leftover piece, and so because of that, I had just did some border punching, and that's typically what I do when I get to the end of my kit process, if you will, my Christmas stash, whatever I'm doing with the pieces that I pull out. If I have leftovers, then I will go back and die cut and fussy cut or border punch, and then add them back into my ever evolving Christmas stash. Here I am. I've put down a couple of doilies that I had in my kit, and I'm just trying out, auditioning, if you will, some different pieces that I had previously stamped that were in my generic stash. And I tend to do that a lot. I will stamp out images and then go back and color and then fussy cut or die cut them out at some point throughout the year. It just helps me if I am feeling creative, but I don't necessarily want to scrapbook or card make. Sometimes doing those little die cuts makes all the difference. And if I don't use them, they go right back into my generic stash and they get rolled over until they eventually get used. Here you see I've pulled out my, it is a Quick Quotes chalk ink, and it's in the color Amaretto, and I am just going over the edges. You know, I could use close to my heart inks and get a sponge tip or something and go along the edges, and I do that occasionally, but this one is probably my all-time favorite edging color, and this one is pretty dry, and in the month of June I did go out and replace that one when I was at the scrapbook convention in Arlington, Texas in June. But as long as this one still works and has a little bit of ink in it, I'm going to keep using it. So I just go through and I'm inking up the borders of my pattern papers and those border pieces that are down, that will go towards the bottom. Now, I will tell you, I did use sketches from Christy Marcotte's blog. If you go over to her YouTube channel, I think any video that she creates, she puts links to her blog. And on her blog, you can find each pattern each paper pad that she uses to create cards with, for each video, she goes over the process for each card. She shows you the sketch and then the cards that she creates. And you can tell if she followed the sketch exactly or if she, utilized some free thinking there. And I always try to do that. Sometimes I will follow the sketch exactly for 1 or 2 cards, and if I've made it multiple times, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to change this up a little bit, and I'm okay with that. I don't have to follow things exactly. I use creative license, if you will, to have my way with sketches. And here I'm just putting a little foam tape on the back of this die cut. To me, this is the tedious part, is putting down the foam tape, having to cut it into smaller pieces. And this roll of foam tape that I bought, it wasn't 3M or Scotch brand. It was an off-name brand. It works just fine, but cutting it is difficult. It sticks to everything, even my Teflon scissors it sticks to. And cutting it always gums up my scissors. And so I'm frequently having to take the time to clean my scissors in order to get a better cut. And forget tearing it. Tearing it doesn't work at all. It just seems to stretch it out. It almost makes me think of the adhesive that goes behind the hooks, the 3M hooks, I think they're called. Anyway, so question of the day. What's a good question of the day? Do you stamp and fussy cut or die cut your own images for your cards? How do you do that? Or do you buy like an embellishment pack or ephemera pack and just utilize that? Do you use stickers? What do you use to decorate the fronts of your cards? Here I'm showing you, I still have a couple of those pre-made card bases that I have bought from Hobby Lobby. And I'm down to the end of those. You'll see soon, I think, with this kit where I start making my own with some craft card stock in my stash. Here I'm just stamping the inside, and I do the same sentiment on both. I'll stamp the envelope as well. And then I'm going to do something to decorate the inside of the card, whether it be washi tape or pattern paper scraps, whatever. And because this is my first set of cards with this collection, I don't have much in the way of scraps at this point. But I do have numerous bits and pieces that I could use if I choose to. I love that little stamp. It's a close to my heart little reindeer stamp. It is so cute. And that inside sentiment on the card, I believe, is close to my heart as well. So I'm hoping these videos that I'm making this month are inspiring you to get into your stash and pull some stuff out and use it up. I hope it inspires you actually to make some Christmas cards with some of your Christmas stash. My goal is to get some of my stash used up so that I can buy a few new bits and pieces this year for my Christmas collection. Anyway, so here I am. I'm at the end of these cards, getting them made up. And I hope you will come back tomorrow, every day now for the rest of the month. And I hope you go back and look at some of the older videos as well. And I hope this inspires you to get into your stash and create something. Anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.